And welcome back to the show. It's Mr. Namad, and I'm here again one more time. This is the wrap. This is That's the Wrap. Welcome to my channel once more. Tonight I have an interesting topic I want to speak about. Interesting, important, serious topic I want to speak about. But before I get into that, let me say thank you to all my subscribers who have taken the time out to click on that subscribe button. Also, I wanna take time out to all of those who have come in and have liked the video and who have shared. I really appreciate the growth that the channel has been seeing over the past couple of weeks. And I have concluded that one of the reasons for growth is that I am putting out more content. So that is what is gonna be one of my main focus for the rest of the year. And I'm setting it today. I wanna be at 500 subscribers for the rest of the year. That means September, October, November, December, I want to get 100 subscribers per month. Big audacious goal, but set it and work towards it. So if I continue putting out content, I continue improving because I am seeing some improvements. If I continue doing that, I should be on my way. As you come into the chat, please click on that like button. Also, if you are not subscribed, click on that subscribe. That is really highly appreciated. It kind of tricks the algorithm so more people can see my content, so more people can get a chance to see and hear what I'm saying. And if my content has an impression on them, then we can go places. The intention is to have males especially give them the opportunity to better themselves, both when it comes to male and female interactions and also when it comes to choosing a mate and a long-term partner. So without further ado, tonight I am going to talk about, do we really need each other? Do we really need each other? And when I say do we need each other, I'm coming from the background that over the past couple of years, what we've been hearing from especially females, but males as well, I don't need no, yeah. Women basically have been saying this for some time, and now some men have started to retaliate in a sense, going their own way, so to speak, that we don't need you. If you don't need us, we don't need you. And the intention is not to drive a wedge between the two sexes. The intention is to allow the world to continue the way it had been from time immemorial. Men and women have always cooperated and collaborated to bring the world to where it is right now. And if we make such a drastic change as segregating males and females into two different camps, putting males on Mars and females on Venus, that would be the end of our species. Without male and female coming together, nothing can happen. There can be no continuation of the human race. So it may sound like a simple question. Do we need each other? Definitely we need each other. But if we need each other, then why are we trying to separate and each sex is trying to destroy the other? It doesn't make sense to me. Now, in life, there are many important steps that we have to take in life. One of the steps we have to take in life, when you have gotten to a particular stage, you have to choose someone to spend the rest of your life with. You have to be equipped to ensure that you can adequately provide for that someone, whether it be emotionally, whether it be financially, and in any other way that you may need to provide. We will need to provide for our spouse. The challenge, though, is that we are becoming a species divided. The human race is becoming divided into two camps, male and female. It may be a loud minority of people who want to split males and females, but a loud minority can accomplish a lot if a certain level of understanding is not put into the argument. So I am trying to put a little bit of understanding inside the argument, asking the question, do we as men, males and females, do we need each other to survive? Do we need each other to survive? And I will begin by saying this. A razor blade is sharp, but it cannot cut a tree. The axe is strong, but it cannot cut hair. I will repeat. The razor blade is sharp, but it cannot cut a tree. And the axe is strong, but it cannot cut hair. Now understand, all that is saying is that different people, different sexes are made to complete different tasks. Different sexes are made to complete different tasks. We can, as much as we want, think that we are one and the same. However, I am here to tell you that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. A man is not a woman and a woman is not a man. Now let's get that out in the open, out in the clear, so that there is no misconceptions. Nothing said from henceforth can be misconstrued. Moving right along. Now, the next question is, does a man who can provide for himself, or does a woman who can provide for herself need a partner to survive? Do you need, is it a need for survival? Well, to be honest, there are so many things. Once you can provide for yourself, you can take care of most of your wants and needs. However, there is some caveat to all of this. As a species that has conquered Earth, we have conquered Earth. We have been able to terraform Earth into what we want to suit our needs. That is one of the things we have been able to accomplish throughout our time here on planet Earth. We have been able to conquer our environment. We have been able to eliminate most other species that has been in direct competition with us for whether it be resources or hunting privileges or any other thing that would impact our survival. We have taken all of those out of the equation. So we are now truly peak, top, head honchos. We rule the roost, so to speak. Now, in the early days of human evolution, let's take it back from there. in the early days of human evolution, we had challenges like those we needed to survive. Now, we are no longer surviving, we are thriving. We are thriving. So, I will revert back to the question, what advantage does a family unit have over a single male or a single female? To answer that question, we would have to imagine a cataclysmic event, because it would challenge our minds in our daily lives to figure a situation where we have a need to survive, a need to survive, which would mean that there are challenges facing us that could have us deleted in little or no time, have a need to survive. In our present state as a species, do we come together as a family unit to thrive, or do we come together to survive? As I would have mentioned above, we are now actually at our pinnacle. We rule the roost when it comes to Earth. We have no equal, we have no challengers on Earth to our dominance. So, what if we were put in a situation where we need to survive? Let's say hypothetically, there are aliens, and aliens have come and yada, 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 and all of that good stuff. Could single males and single females bring it back? Could a single male and a single female survive without a family unit? Now, the truth is, and this is something we can always think, this is something that is easy to fathom. They say those who cannot keep up will get left behind. Basically, all that is saying is the strugglers get deleted first. So, male or female, the strugglers, the one who can't keep up, will get deleted first. Smaller groups and single people will get either deleted or assimilated by larger groups. It's not hard to figure. That right there basically answers the question posed, can we survive without each other? So, in a case of survival, we cannot survive without a family unit if there was a cataclysmic event. Family units come together to make up a community, community come together, and so on. Less organized groups get eliminated or assimilated by more cohesive groups, and less technically advanced groups get eliminated or assimilated into more advanced groups. This is how life is. This is how we have gotten to where we are. Other than our brains, we have no defensive weapons on our bodies. We have no effective defensive weapons in our arsenal, aside from our ability to think and plan and come up with situations and figure things out and deal with complex things together. This is where our strength comes from. Togetherness. I was having a discussion with a young lady recently, and it was posed, what if all men mysteriously disappeared tomorrow? What if all men stopped working? Every man in the country stopped working. How long would our system as is continue going? What happens when there is nobody at the water pumping station? There is no water in your bathrooms or in your kitchens. What happens when there is nobody working at the electrical power plants? There is no electricity to power your fan to keep you cool. There is no electricity to power any of your appliances. Check that out, how that feel. Let's go a little bit further. There are no males to work at that telecommunications plant for you. How does that feel? No more Instagram, no more Snapchat, no more TikTok, no more Facebook, no more Tinder, no way of communicating with your friends, no way of indulging in drinking that Kool-Aid that has us all tied up in a bunch. How do we handle that? Could single males and single females survive? The answer is negatory.
Something all right.
The answer is no. That will not work. Our strength in our ability to, our strength as a race, as a species, is in our ability to work together. If we, in our pomp and pride, decide, put that to the side, this is what has kept us alive for millennia. And if we decide to put that to the side, we can also decide and understand that we will be eliminated and no longer will we be competent, or will we be a competitive force in the world? We can't defend ourselves. Do you think a group of 3 males can hand-to-hand defeat a male lion or a pride of lions? We can't. I just saw it go. And the challenge I have is that it is being fed to us so much that it has become repetitive. It is almost like subliminal messages being pumped into our brains to say, we don't need you. Men, we don't need women. Women, we don't need no man. I got my bag. I got my bag. No man, I don't need. But guess what? As soon as the light go off in your house, you run to JPS. The power line gone down, you call JPS, and who comes? A group of men to fix the power line. So we do need our men. And I will not subscribe to the concept that men are not leaders and should not be leaders and movers and shakers in society. And I do not subscribe to the concept that women should allow men to lead. Men should take up their places and say, look, if I am a leader, I am a leader because I am a leader. I have made myself into a person that can handle situations. I have made myself into a strong person. Check in the case of a lion. When a male lion has come of age and he is in a situation where he can now challenge his father, or he can now take care of himself, he has to go out there on his own. He has to be a bachelor maybe all his life, unless he can improve himself to the extent that he can dominate a pride for himself. It is not given unto a male lion to become the head of a pride. It is not given. It is taken by force. It is taken by violence, and it is done with the downfall of the person who was in his space before. And as men, we have lost the drive to understand that to be a man, you have to have certain tendencies. I put it this way: you have to have the ability to take up one of two kind of personalities. Understand that at sometimes you have to be a lion, ruthless, strong, has the ability to give, to be forceful. And at other times, you have to have the ability to take up the persona of a fox, cunning and wily, tricksy, to get what you want. Because in life is not fair. Whatever you want, someone else has it, and you have to step up and present yourself in a position where you can attain it. Whatever you want, someone else has it. You want power, you want fame, you want ladies, or you want that one wife type lady. You are going to have to step up and take your place. You don't get broader shoulders than the women for nothing. You get broader shoulders so you can manage more weight. You can face more challenges and have a better chance of surviving than the average woman. There are physical factors you are going to have to face, and you're going to have to be strong enough to overcome them if you want to take your space in life and become someone who can change your community, change your country, or change your world. You are going to have to take up that responsibility. But here's the thing. How many of us want to do that? How many of us want to take up that burden? Here's the thing. Less and less men are willing to do what it takes to be the change that they want to see. The change that you want to see, can you stand up and be the person to make that change? Are you willing to be the person to make? Are you willing to be the person to make the change that you want to see? We have a way of saying, the water pipe is broken. Why somebody not come fix it? The water pipe is broken. Hasn't anybody seen it to fix? Guess what? You just saw it. Do something. You just saw the water pipe broken, do something. Regardless of who saw it before, they may not have taken it upon themselves to deal with that. You do something about it. If it means getting the people responsible, you do that. You do that. It is your responsibility to make the change that you want to see. Be the change that you want to see. Everybody is waiting for that leader, that strong leader that is going to come and make everything okay. But here's the problem. Why can't that strong leader be you? You want a strong leader to come, present themselves, and be that person. Why can't that strong leader be you? Let's go again. Everybody is waiting for that strong leader. Everybody wants to see a change. Why don't you be the change that you want to see? Why not? Be the change that you want to see. And the change that you bring can change somebody else, and the change that somebody brings will change somebody else. But I went off on a tangent. Let's get back to what I'm talking about. So I am going to speak to where the world, where humanity has come from, and the big strides we have made. And then you tell me if you don't think that what we have done is remarkable, and that what we have done and where we have gotten to in our history is remarkable. We are going through a phase right now. We're trying to find ourselves. We're trying to find new ways. And the reason we can now sit back and drink the honey and try to find new ways and be petty about some things that are not for our survival is because of what everybody in our past has done for us. A lot of things we cry about in these days, a lot of things we cry about in these days is things that people in our past have brushed off. There is a story of a young girl who was on a plane with her mother, and the plane crashed in the jungle. Everybody on the plane died except for her. And she survived. And she was going through the jungle. She tried to survive, and she survived for a while. But at a particular time, her cuts got infected and she blacked out. And she tried, when she woke up, she was looking at some local tribes. They took her until eventually she was able to reunite with her father. Her father was from a European country. And when she went back and they asked her about it, they asked her what happened. She said, I was in a plane crash. I was the only one who survived. And I was happily reunited with Dad. after a particular length of time, and my father told me to get a job. So I did, and I continued living. Now, in our era, what you would hear is, did you do therapy? Did you do trauma therapy? Did this, did that? How could you have? All that story says is that we are stronger, and we were stronger than we are right now. Humanity as a whole has gotten complacent. We complain over everything. We are so laid back now that we're looking for things to cuss about. We are looking for things to cuss about as a species. I keep saying species. We are so comfortable. We have nothing that worries us. Welcome, Sir Wally. Thank you so much for checking in, man. Just here ranting. We are so comfortable. We cannot even decide what a man is and what a woman is anymore. Pardon me. But these are some of the most crazy conversations I have ever heard. What is a man? A senator was asked, what is a man? What is a woman? And in a big press meeting, that person said, I am not a doctor, so I do not know what. I cannot tell you what a man is, a woman is. My apologies. I am not a doctor, so I cannot tell you what a woman is. Okay, good. My response would have been, can I see your left hand? And I would look at her left hand and I would say, how do you know that this is your left hand? Are you able to identify what your left hand is? How do you know? How can you differentiate between your left hand and your right hand? You are not a doctor. So how can you tell what your left hand and what your right hand is? I would further say to that person, do you see that dog that just walked past? Yes. How do you know it's a dog? You're not a vet. Some of the things that people have found to make a big deal out of goes neither here nor there. It is not important to us as human beings. Common sense always prevail. You can never go wrong with common sense. You can never go wrong with common sense. Teach your kids common sense. That can take you through the world. Can you ascertain right from wrong? Can you, in a situation, know what is the right way to address the situation? Or do you need someone to tell you how to address the situation? We are going down a rabbit hole from which there may be no return. I'm gonna get into my Jamaican dialect for a second. We are the so idiotness where no make sense. And then we are cuss and go on like she no need no man. Man no need no woman. Me no know for nobody else. But me I go say this. I, as a man, have certain needs that I find to be very important, and only one type. There's only one person, only one type of person that can fulfill that, and that is a woman. Every man have certain needs that only one kind of person can fulfill. And that is the person that is of the opposite sex as you. So, if for no other reason than that, men need women. No, why do women need men? Other than for procreation, because we can basically understand that for procreation, we need each other. Procreation happens when man and woman come together like that. So now, why do women need men? To be honest, in today's world, other than procreation, what reason do women need men? I went through just now that men have built the society. 99.99% of the things that make the world run are 99.99% maintained, fixed, and built by men. So the question becomes, no, you have made it, so we no longer need you. Okay, fine. I mentioned maintained. 99.99% of the critical things that you generally cannot go without on a daily basis is maintained by men. So, if for no other reason than that, women need men. Now, when women start to see men as a bank account and a penis, we have a problem. We have a problem. Where's the respect? Where's the respect that our forefathers had? Where's the respect? Where's that sense of family that our grandmothers and our great grandmothers had? Where did that all go? Where did that all go? And I'm not afraid to raise on the men as well. Where has your sense of value gone? Where has your sense of value gone? Because women tell you that you are just a penis and a bank book. You have now decided that, okay, yes, I am just a penis and a bank book. You are weak. You are weak. You, brother, is so much more. So much more than a penis and a bank book. Women are now telling you that we can do artificial insemination. We don't need you anymore because we can do everything for ourselves. What has gotten us here? Why are we here? How have we got from functioning societies to society right now that can't even decide what man is and what woman is? How have we got here? Oh. Somebody tell me how. I'm not a whole like dog. How? How have we got here? What was the catalyst for such a catastrophic deterioration and erosion of the male figure, especially. You know, there is this thing that says bad times create strong people. Strong people create good times. Good times create weak people. Weak people create bad times. We are in bad times. Bad times have been created by weak people. I will see you again. It's Mr. Nemard. Please remember to like the video and share, and have yourself a wonderful night.